Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Wall Street Journal written by Scott Calvert that was published on March 7th. Philadelphia is the first U.S. city to ban cashless stores. Lawmakers move to maintain access to marketplace for low-income consumers. Amazon and other businesses express concern about limits on innovation. Now, as a libertarian, I am a little bit torn. Now, I'm a constitutionalist libertarian, if the, channel name or whatever you want to say I go by out here or whatever, says. And to me, you should be able to conduct business however you want. But on the same note, if you look at this situation, U.S. currency, our money here, says good for all debts, public and private on it. If private individuals want to conduct business and exchange whatever the hell they want, cash, grass, or ass, chickens, whatever the case may be, that's their prerogative. But when we're talking about a business operating publicly, a person should not be compelled to have to use their, debit card or their Visa or MasterCard or their Visa or Master check card, however you want to look at it, whatever the case may be, but some form of digital exchange. Because when you have currency that says right on it, good for all debts, public and private, if a business wants to operate publicly, they should accept cash. If a business doesn't want to accept cash, I don't shop there personally. But to me, when you have the digital society that we're moving towards, everything can be tracked about you. And this is another thing as a libertarian I had to look at. The privacy of the individual, the rights of the individual over the rights of a business, because I don't see a business necessarily as a person. Yes, they do have rights as a person, but the founding fathers never intended that with corporations. They were meant to be there for public works projects, be formed and then dissolved. That was their intent. Now, I think that the individual's rights, like the right to privacy, outweighs the business rights to demand a digital payment. So that's another thing I've had to look at with this. Because this is a situation that is a slippery slope, yes, but it's better to side on the rights of the individual over the rights of the business or rights of a business. And so anyway, let's get into the article here. Philadelphia is the first major U.S. city to ban cashless stores, placing it at the forefront of a debate that pits retail innovation against lawmakers trying to protect all citizens' access to the marketplace. Now, I don't understand this idea of innovation. How does having someone do a digital transaction allow for more innovation? To me, if you got a cash acceptor, it's the same exact thing. If you want to cut people out of it, put cash acceptors. Oh, wait. Places like Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's, basically any retail establishment. Oh, hell, McDonald's with their kiosks. It's easy enough to still do that type of innovation and use cash. It's really not that hard. And the author here, Scott, I think, worded this way because he's trying to say, oh, well, you having a better shopping experience is going to be hurt by this because of them wanting to make sure that they protect all citizens' access to the marketplace. That's how that first sentence kind of sounds to me. Starting in July, Philadelphia's new law will require most retail stores to accept cash. A New York City councilman is pushing similar legislation there, and New Jersey's legislature recently passed a bill banning cashless stores statewide. Yeah, this is honestly, with the fact of the rights of the individual, the right to be able to go and purchase something without it being tracked, okay? I go to Walmart, I use cash. And that's it, if I shop at Walmart. Or if I go to the grocery store, I use cash. When they had the little, membership card bullshit where you would get a quote-unquote discount and it was like the normal price, hey, well, we'll lower the price to our normal price if you get this. I wouldn't shop at a place like that. So, I mean, to me, because to me it's about privacy. Why does everyone have to know my personal business? And this makes sure that these businesses can't compel people to be tracked. Not only that, why the hell should a middleman be forced into the transaction? Because, Visa, MasterCard, the company that deals with the debit itself, because if you do debit, they all get a cut. They all make some money off of this. Why should they get to make money off of this? They shouldn't have to. Well, they shouldn't be able to, I mean. And I can't believe I'm saying Jersey and New York City are actually doing stuff that I agree with. A spokesman for New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy, a Democrat, declined to comment on whether he would sign it. Well, of course. He doesn't want to talk about signing it because, hey, that's, something Democrats might be against. Well, they're the ones that are in bed with the banks these days. Massachusetts has gone the farthest on the issue and is the only state that requires retailers to accept cash. Yeah, Massachusetts, they do a couple things right. This and the right to repair. I will give the state the credit for those two things. The measures seek to blunt a nascent trend that could rapidly accelerate thanks to Amazon.com Inc.'s power to shape nationwide retail trends. They represent an attempt to strike a balance between equity for lower-income consumers and merchants' eagerness to embrace technological advances. This isn't about embracing technological advances. For fuck's sake, pardon my language, but for fuck's sake, credit cards and using them for digital transactions, the little pads, that's been going on for decades. That's not a freaking innovation. I don't understand. Oh, well, we're going to innovate. This is not an innovation. This is about a cashless society. This is about them wanting to use these type of transactions as opposed to cash ones because they think, oh, well, we have less people, cut back on labor, yada, yada, yada. That's what these things are focused on with the idea of going cashless. I mean, businesses that have gone cashless point to greater efficiency for employees who don't have to make change or count cash at closing time and improve safety because workers don't have to carry large bank deposits. I call bullshit. Here's the reason why. I think it's more better than, other than efficiency, I think it's more the fact of we have kids now that are going out into the retail sphere, even young adults, 20-somethings, 30-somethings, that can't make change. They literally have what the change is on their screen, and they can't make change. They can make change, but they can't physically make change like how a cashier should. I mean, my first job was retail, and I was the token mail cashier for a time at that particular retail establishment. And one of the things you had to do was count the change back. So if, you had something that was, say, $8.72, and they gave a 20, you would take your 28 cents. That would be 9. Then you'd take $1. That would be 10. Then you'd give a 10 back and go, that would be 20. People can't do that now. They can't do simple math. And I think that's one of these things with this is they're like, well, these idiots can't do simple math. It's not about efficiency. It's about stupidity. And this idea of having to carry large bank deposits. Most businesses, their employees aren't carrying large deposits late at night. That's not a general rule thing. Most corporations have the money kept in a safe, and in daytime, when it's safer, it's usually deposited. So, and this idea of counting cash. How hard is it to count cash? Oh, wait, I just went through that. They can't even make back change. They're not going to be able to count cash. But backers of measures forcing stores to accept cash say they worry about people who don't have credit or debit cards. Supporters also say some consumers prefer to pay with currency for privacy reasons. Yeah, I'm one of those ones for the privacy reasons. And I got to cut back on the ants, but you have everyone and their mother uses a Visa check card these days. The low income, they go get one of those prepaid ones at like Walmart. Usually they will also let their checks get in. You know, you put your check into it type ones. Those ones. Yeah. You have a lot of people doing that. So it's not necessarily a thing of the poor. I can see some of them will be, you know, might not have a credit card, but they more likely are going to have a Visa check card or something, I would say, because of how our society has gone. But they should not, no one should be compelled to have to pay with a card. You know, cash says right on it, good for all debts, private and public, or public and private. I think it's more the future. I think it's more the future than a fad, and that's why there's a need for a legislative response, said New York City Councilman Richie Torres, a Democrat who is sponsoring legislation to ban cashless stores. Now, I can't believe I'm kind of going with Richie on this one because, like I said, I believe in the privacy factor. You got to look at the rights of the individual over the rights of a business. So, look at this right here. You know, cold hard and here to stay. As stores around the country with cashless, data indicates that consumers use cash for around 30% of all payments, down from 33% in 2015. That's still a considerable amount. I mean, 33% in 2015, 31% in 2016, and 30% in 2017. Debit, 30%, which, you know, 27%. They don't look at the fact that debit went down. Credit went up, but it stayed the same, 15 to 16. This other would be like, you know, loans or financing or some other setup. And it went from 19 in 2015 to 24% in 2016 and 22% in 2017. I mean, there's still a sizable chunk. Cash is more than everything else. They don't mention that though. 30, 31, 33. I mean, it's literally, cash is still king. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta said starting Sunday, it will be the first NFL stadium to go fully cashless. The stadium home to the NFL's Falcons and Major League Soccer's Atlanta United said requiring fans to use plastic or make mobile payments will speed up transactions and reduce lines. Officials also cite safety benefits and say it will make it easier to lower food prices. How so? That's like stupid ass backwards logic. You have someone handing cash to you. No middleman involved. You get more money. Cashless, you have a middleman who's taking a cut. How are you lowering food costs? By actually having someone take some of your money. Please explain that to me, because that is like the absolute stupidest logic I have heard. Or I've read, would be more accurate. Give me a break. That makes absolutely no sense. Lower food prices. So you're going to lower an $8 beer by having someone take 3% of your money. That's like the absolute dumbest thing I've ever heard. For fans who prefer to carry cash or who either don't have a credit or debit card or don't want to use one, 10 kiosks around the arena will convert cash to a prepaid debit card with no transaction fee. Oh no, there's still a transaction fee. I'm sure. There's got to be a middleman in there somewhere. I mean, if you're filling up a prepaid card and there's no transaction fee on your end as you're doing it, there's a transaction fee on the other side when you use it. This is like absolute stupidity. Philadelphia City Councilman William Greenlee, a Democrat, said he was inspired to introduce the bill after noticing some Center City sandwich shops had gone cashless. Most of the people who don't have credit tend to be lower income minority immigrants. Translation: illegals. He's worried about illegals. They could go into Walmart and buy a prepaid card like anyone else. Oh, God. It just seemed to me, if not intentional, at least a form of discrimination. He said, no, it is discrimination, but not against illegals. Why does everyone have to make this about identity politics bullshit? Fuck the American citizen. This isn't about the American citizen and their right to privacy. No, it's about those illegals and their right to privacy. Give me a goddamn break. Holy shit. That's funny. Now, he said, stores will be required to do what business have been doing since Ben Franklin was walking the streets of Philadelphia. Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney, a Democrat, signed the bill into law last week. His spokesman noted that 26% of city residents live below the poverty line, and many don't have a bank account. Cash can be loaded onto prepaid debit cards, but those come with various fees. It depends on the one you use, the one you get, but yeah. Sylvie Gallier Howard, a top official in the city's commerce department, told city council members last month she hoped the ban proves to be temporary. Modernization is going to happen with or without Philadelphia, and we want to be part of it, she said. You don't need to be digital currency exchange only, cashless, to have innovation happen. That is a complete crock of shit. That's like this fallacy of, oh, well, you can't have replaceable batteries on cell phones because if you want a waterproof phone, we have to seal it in. I have one sitting next to me. It's a phone I've had for years. All right. Literally, it's waterproof to 4 feet. IP, whatever the hell it is for it. Okay. And it's got a removable battery. I can pop the case off. It's got rubber O-rings to make it waterproof. It's that type of fallacy. Oh, well, in order for us to do this, we need to do this. It's just posturing bullshit. It's talking out your ass to get something that you want by saying it's the only way you can do something else. It truly is. A survey by the city found a handful of retailers don't take cash, including the salad chain Sweet Green, at least one clothing store, and some eateries at the University of Pennsylvania food court. Sweet Green and Penn declined to comment on the legislation. Well, of course they did. And this idea of eateries at the University of Pennsylvania food court, they're a bunch of college kids. They don't have money in general. I don't know where the hell they got. Oh, mommy and daddy, maybe they got their car, with their credit cards, or who knows. See, and another reason why I think they want this whole credit card thing, and they want to go cashless, is because when you use cash, you tend to be more responsible with your money. At least I tend to be, because I go, okay, it cost me this much, and I physically see it. Whereas with your Visa check card, you go, you use it, you go, and you use it, and you use it, and you don't necessarily watch that transition of funds from a larger amount to a smaller amount. But yeah, I think that's another reason why they want to do that. and go cashless. Before the city council passed the legislation, Amazon expressed concern about the impact on its ability to open cashierless Amazon Go convenience stores in Philadelphia, city officials said. The company says on its website that it has Go stores in San Francisco, Chicago, and Seattle. Customers who must have Amazon accounts swipe their smartphones as they enter the store and are automatically charged for any items they take. Well, wah, fucking wah, fucking wah. You don't want to hire people. Well, I guess if they want to do this and they want to protect the rights of the individual to not be tracked, you got a choice. You can either hire someone for your freaking convenience store, or you can go and put it someplace else. You don't have a right to put it there. You know, if they want to do that and say, well, that's not fair. Sorry. If they want to do that and protect people's ability to use cash, that's their prerogative. I mean, to me, like I said, this is about the individuals and their right to privacy more than anything for me. If you don't like that you can't track everyone with Amazon, sorry, you got a deal. An Amazon spokesman declined to comment. I wonder why. The Philadelphia law has several carve-outs. The cash requirement won't apply to parking garages or lots, wholesale clubs like Costco that sell to consumers through a membership model, or rental car companies or hotels where credit card deposit is often required for incidentals. The law also has provisions meant to accommodate the Amazon Go model, an aide to Mr. Greenlee said. It exempts transactions at retail stores selling consumer goods exclusively through a membership model that requires payments by means of an affiliated mobile device application. So, why is Amazon even bitching? They can still do it. Oh, because Amazon wants to track you every little bit that they can, along with the other, with credit card companies and everything else. But Amazon told the city that provisions won't apply to Amazon Go because while payment would be made via mobile app, Prime membership isn't required to shop there, said a Commerce Department spokeswoman. Well, your grocery store was like pretty much member only type shit. You got to put the app on your phone. If they're putting an app on your phone, could that not necessarily be looked at as when they agree, they become a member? Oh, you're trying to avoid that. See, that's the thing. They could easily make this a membership. This isn't about that. If they agree, if they download the app and install the app on their phone, and they agree to become a member, we'll do air quotes with that, then your ass is covered. Boom, easy, you can do it. The company has taken steps to broaden its customer base to include lower-income consumers, such as by offering a discounted version of its Prime membership service to Americans who qualify for Medicaid and other government assistance programs. Are you fucking kidding me? These people are on government assistance and you're trying to take their money like that? What the fuck? That is not a good thing. Amazon Prime is not a necessity. How the hell can they try to make that sound like that's a good thing? See, this is what I meant about this asshole with his first sentence here. Philadelphia, the first major city to ban cashless stores, blah, 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 retail, hurt, and innovation. Scott here with that shit. You're a sleazy scumbag. People who are on fucking government assistance shouldn't be buying shit off of Amazon. God fucking damn. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to clean up my language a little, to make my content a little more appealing to large groups. But this is some screwed up shit. Oh my God. The National Retail Federation, which represents the retail industry, opposes the new Philadelphia law and proposals like it, saying businesses should be able to choose which payment method to accept. Cashless stores are uncommon in the U.S., and many businesses prefer cash payments because they avoid the credit card transaction fees, it said. Yet you have a lot of these businesses wanting to go that route. Huh. Like Amazon, which wants to track you. You don't think when you add that app to your phone, oh, it isn't looking at your location or anything else like that? Yeah, right. I wouldn't put the app on my phone. If someone who has, please comment in the comment section and say whether or not it wants access to your location and shit like that. Because if it is, it's tracking you. I would put money on it. The measure is also opposed by the Chamber of Commerce for Greater Philadelphia and the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association, while the city's Commission on Human Relations and a member of communities groups support it. See, this is funny. Oh, well, you can't make them so that you just have to accept cash as well. They can still do credit cards. That's what's fucked up. And if you look, again, up here, the majority of transactions are cash. Clearly. Why would they want to alienate a third of the consumer base? Because if 33%, 31, 30, we're talking about a third of transactions. They're going to lose out on a third of their business. And they're putting up a stink. That should make you wonder why they're putting up such a stink. Stephen Cook, co-owner of Goldie, a falafel shop, said he understands the impetus behind the new law, but thinks the world is moving towards a cashless society. The world is moving towards a cashless society because you have companies like Amazon who want to go cashless. You have the globalist bankers who want to go cashless because they want to get their cut. The credit card companies want to get their cut. Everyone wants to get a cut of your money. That's why we're going cashless. Then there's the fact of control, because if cash is no longer king and everything is done digitally, you piss off the wrong bank, you piss off the wrong credit company, you say something or do something that they do not like, kiss your ability to go and conduct normal daily business, the stuff that you need to do in your life. Kiss that goodbye. That's another reason why we need cash to remain king. The Goldie shop at Penn will start taking cash due to the legislation, and 2 other Goldie locations already accept cash, said Mr. Cook. I don't think it's a great policy, he said, but it's not going to make or break for whether our business, it's not going to be a make or break for whether our business is successful. Dipshit, it's going to make your business more successful. Dumb shit. You are literally losing out on about a third of business that you could be getting. Because I'll tell you right now, if I walked up and you said, oh, we don't take cash, I go, okay, I'm going someplace else. You lose my business. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that are like that. So if a third of transactions almost is with cash, I think I would want to court that, especially where that's the majority of the transactions. These people are idiots. Oh, we're moving towards a cashless society. We're moving towards a cashless society. Dipshit. Cash is king. It's the dominant way we pay for our stuff. I mean, this is ridiculous. This truly is ridiculous. You know, I can't believe I'm siding with Democrats on this shit. I really can't, because usually they're whacked out of their fucking skulls, they're Trump deranged and, shit like that. But in this situation, they're actually looking out for the right of the individual. And saying, look, if you want to conduct business publicly, Okay? U.S. currency says good for all debts, public and private. If you're going to be a public entity, that means you should kind of have to accept it. And I'm looking at that for the fact of the privacy and the rights of the individual. You know? And I'm sure I'm going to get criticism for it. I'm sure I'm going to get shit. I really don't care. Because I see this as a good thing. Because I'm the type of person that believes cash should remain king. Our right to privacy depends on things like cash. Our right to be able to live our lives depends on the idea of cash, because you piss off the wrong bank, or you do this or you do that, and you piss off the wrong people in this day and age, and you lose your ability to operate as a person. You can't go out and buy. You won't be able to buy stuff. You won't be able to, pay for rent and have a roof over your head. That's what we're getting to. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.